It was a Christmas gift from Mary in California. Fresh bottle popping. There's script on the back, too. Do I show off the whole shirt?
I mean, you're talking about it. You might as well.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. It's a nice shirt.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan.
And I'm Eddie.
We're the Deathless Dogs. And today in the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium, we're going to do the first in kind of a new series that we're doing called So You Don't Have To, where we're going to try some different whiskeys that maybe seem a little strange, maybe are a little high priced, maybe there's things that you don't really know about, you see them around.
There's also whiskeys that are low priced, garbage, things that aren't whiskeys that you don't know anything about.
Right. It's basically we're going to take the leap into bottles so that you don't have to. The first entry into this series is going to be one that I see people ask about a lot online because there just is not a ton of information about it. And that is Rare Perfection 14. Rare Perfection is from the Preservation Distillery, which also makes Rare Perfection 15, the 15-year offering of this, as well as the very old St. Nick's. This was started by a rep who was a rep for the Van Winkle Company, who was trying to capitalize on the Japanese interest in like ultra-aged whiskey. So he bought stocks of bourbon from different distilleries like Willett and other places like that. And with Rare Perfection, what they did is they brought them up to Canada to age in like freezing warehouses, which is very different.
That's strange because I feel like you'd want to put them in warm climates because it opens up the wood pores, whereas the cold climates kind of closes the wood pores and pushes the whiskey out of the wood.
That's why Kentucky is such a great climate for aging bourbon, is the temperature swings to where it gets pretty good and hot in the summer and then it gets pretty cold in the winter. So it fluctuates and it's pushing it in and out of the wood. You're taking it way up to Canada and you are putting it in a freezing climate that's never getting super warm and aging it there. It's kind of a...
The fact that you say this is a 14-year aged bottle, like this doesn't to me look like a 14-year aged color.
No, it's not picked up a lot of the color. It's technically Canadian whiskey because it's aged and bottled and everything in Canada, but it comes from a 4-grain bourbon mash bill.
For a 14-year-old bourbon-style whiskey, that is getting up there in age.
Yeah. It's a 14-year... I mean, I think 14-year-old Canadian whiskey has got to be nearly unheard of. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sure somebody can comment like, no, actually. But you know what I mean? Like, you think Canadian whiskey, you just think plastic jugs of garbage generally, and then like Crown Royal. I bought this back in October when I was out on a whiskey hunting mission for my birthday. And I told myself when I left, like, I was just going to buy one kind of expensive bottle just on a total whim. And that's what this was. I went into a liquor store and it was there and it was like, yeah, I'll just buy it because I've looked at it forever. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it in stores forever and looked at it and you wonder because it commands a hefty price tag. This one I paid $159.99, which, looking online, is right at about the MSRP for it. The only thing that burned me on it is I went to another store like a half hour away and it was $15 cheaper. So I was kind of pissed about that, but what can you do?
That's part of the hunt.
I was already thinking about doing this kind of series back then. I was like, we should just pick up those weird bottles that sit around that people ask about that nobody wants to jump into because of the price on some of them. And this is like a prime example of that.
It says overproof, so not just proof. 100.7.
I got some bullshit on the back here. It's just more of this like stupid fucking whiskey talk.
Like there's just a lot of that going on.
They're IPA talking you on the back of this, which kind of worries me because, you know, there's this like super hoppy IPAs that try to be like only for the most refined of palates will appreciate this fucking bucket of soap you're gonna drink, basically. And this one starts with, a true connoisseur finds those elusive moments of rare perfection for his passion of choice. Like,
passion of choice.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. And just as a design note, you've got your mega scripty font on the front. Then on the back, they just went like straight up like stock Arial.
Fresh bottle poppin'!
It's a good pop too.
I know, yeah. I like
Give 'em
that. That's a strange nose, to be honest. A lot different than typical bourbon.
Soft, toasty to me. Like
I could see toasty. There's like some burnt notes, if that makes sense, like burnt wood. A
Kind
little
of
bit, very faint, like campfire-ish.
okay.
Does that you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. A burnt marshmallow on a campfire, you know?
Little sweetness with a little smokiness, and
Coconut almost.
that was a reach.
No, I don't think so. I'm thinking like a toasty coconut kind of thing.
Okay. Like a macaroon?
What's up with macaroons? Why are they two different things? Because there's like the coconut macaroons that are like that pile of coconut, chewy, real good.
Of course.
I enjoy those. And then there's like the other macaroons. I don't know if they're French macaroons.
Like that are
They're
turquoise and
yeah.
pink? Yeah, okay.
And they're
I
like
know.
weird Oreos.
I don't like those.
Not in.
I've always tried to be like open-minded about them, but I am not a fan.
Not
at
into
all. I would prefer the coconutty macaroon, I think.
Oh, I just caught. Ooh. There's an off note in there that I'm catching now.
The weird off note that you're talking about, like I smell like what I would smell in like a bundle of rubber bands, if that makes sense. Does that?
Okay. Like,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of smelled that, but I got past that and smelled the burnt notes with the.
yep. Rubbery. See, I was almost leaning towards that PBR whiskey scent that I find in a lot of young whiskeys, but this obviously isn't young. But yeah, maybe like a rubbery smell.
No, I did pick up on that first, but then you mentioned the other notes, and I was able to kind of slide past that. But then you brought it back, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to mention what I smelled
Yeah.
in the negative connotation.
Yeah, like rubber gloves. All of a sudden, like that note is just dominating everything.
Well, yeah, because we said it. And I didn't want to say it. I was trying to be
But no,
polite.
at first I wasn't smelling it at all. And all of a sudden I like set it down and I picked it back
That was
up.
one of the
And it
first-
just smacked me. Let's see where the rubber meets the road.
Plank 'em and drink 'em. God damn it. You know what this reminds me of? We just did the review on Willet, and it kind of reminds me of that same flavor profile.
Cinnamon. Like I get a lot of cinnamon.
What I'm tasting is that kind of cinnamon, sweet, corn forward. The flavor is uncanny. To the fact that, you know what? We said we weren't going to re-drink it, but let me just do a side-by-side. I got to know.
It's weird because it's 14 years old and I'm getting that like youthful corn note. The Willet still has that cleaning products, soap, lotion smell to me. Chemicals. This has more
Rubbery.
things you would wear while using these chemicals. Like rubber dish gloves.
Scary, though.
Yeah.
Will it taste commencing?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So you get that flavor, right?
It's not as
Try it
pronounced.
again.
It's not as pronounced, but
Son of a bitch.
this amps up the cinnamon of the Willet.
But very
Like
similar.
cinnamon bomb out of this. But yeah, similar flavor. And it does come through with that weird PBR whiskey. You know what I'm talking about? PBR whiskey, since we've drank it, has ruined some whiskeys for me. Because there's this note that comes through. It smells like hand sanitizer, like cheap hand sanitizer. Do you ever get it at places and you're like, this smells like PBR whiskey?
Kind of. No, I know what you're talking about.
It's like, how is this 14 years old and it still has this like youthful note? I mean, is it the freezing?
How is this 14 years old and has like basically the same color as regular Willet?
It's yeah. Ooh, it's weird.
I'm trying to be generous here when I say there's a buttery element to it.
There is in the mouthfeel. It's a thick mouthfeel. It's the buttered popcorn. If this could just ride as being just that cinnamon bomb and didn't have that buttered popcorn thing happen to derail it, I would like it a lot better. But it just comes through. Like right as it's going down, I'm just like, it's thick Willet. It's just thick Willet.
Okay, so here's my problem. At $40, we didn't want to buy Willet again. At $160.
I would never buy this again.
Before doing this review, do you remember me asking you, like, Dan, do I man up and buy the the 15-year perfection. Do we go there? I'm so happy I didn't buy the 15-year perfection.
Yeah, I said hold off on that because we have no idea what this tastes like.
I just was assuming, like, dude, it's a 14-year whiskey. Like, it's going to be baller. I don't know what you're talking about. At $50, I wouldn't buy this again. And that's $100 less.
I just wouldn't buy this again at any price. It doesn't taste very good. The flavors would not lend itself to, like, mixing, really.
No.
Like, even, like, mixed with, like, Coke, I think it'd be like...
Do we have a Coke?
All we have is Guinness.
Should we throw some Guinness in there and see what happens?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay.
Here's a drink nobody's ever made before. Pause for Nitro Ball. This won't be good.
It actually was able to drown out the shittiness.
But yeah, I don't know. When I get to the bottom of this glass, if it's just all going to be that whiskey. I'm just going to skull it.
Bam. See, I can't do that. That's impressive, though.
I knew this going in that there's a potential that I could just not like this at all. I had to, like, just part with the money. Like, fuck it. It's my birthday. It's weird, stupid birthday splurge. Hey, hopefully it works out in my favor. You know what? It did not. I keep, like, wanting to be like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. And then I look at this green fucking sticker on the back that says $159.99. And I go, no, it is that bad. It's worse than we're talking about. It is so not worth that much money.
And it's, like, fairly readily available, too. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it in this area.
It's
on
around.
several shelves.
It's around because it's a high price and nobody knows anything about it.
Now, I can't speak for Rare Perfection 15 because I didn't have it.
I'm going to assume because we've had Rare Perfection 7 to 8. That wasn't good. We had Rare Perfection 14, not good. I imagine Rare Perfection 15, also not good. So we just drank Rare Perfection 14 so you don't have to. And honestly, we advise that you never drink it. It is not worth the money.
At $160, just walk on by.
Skip it. It's not great. It's not good. It's not perfection. Rare dereliction. It's basically what this is.
Rare, yes. No, I like that. Rare dereliction.
Yeah. Have you had Rare Perfection 14, Rare Perfection 15, or even this Willet that we've got sitting up here, but just basically the same thing? Do you have the same opinion as we do, or do you actually like it? Every other review I saw just said it was unique. And I will say it is unique. I will give it that.
If unique is being Willet, then okay.
It is unique. It is unique. It is not like other bourbons, but neither is this. Like, they have a unique flavor profile.
Okay, but
unique
like,
does not mean good. It just means unique. And that guy looks unique. Like, you wouldn't be like, oh, dude, I gotta see this guy. You wouldn't be like, oh, man, I gotta check this dude out. He's probably hot as shit. It's like, no, he looks unique. He's not got, like, teen idol good looks. He's,
he's unique.
Got a foot on his face or something. Let us know, have you had this? What do you think of it? Is it sitting on the shelf in every liquor store you ever go to, like it is for us? I'm sad that I spent money on this, but I knew this was probably going to be the outcome, and I'm happy we could drink it so you don't have to. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe on the channel, hit like on the video. That helps us out a ton, and we're helping you out by drinking this for you. So we need that reciprocity right now. From the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.
I have leftover Willet that I also am remorseful for.
You might as well dump it in there.
Oh, God. Oh, God.